Hi, Aries. This is your general card reading for February 2019. May or may not resonate with everyone. I hope it does, but if it doesn't, you can always reach out to me for a personal reading. My email is lucy'starot@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, lucy'starot.com, and click on the link from there. Okay. So, Aries, a couple of things going on here. For some reason, I'm not surprised the peer pressure card came up, but anyway, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. So, usually sometimes the cards, like, they kind of, like, even though they're from different decks, sometimes they tie in together, but for some reason, this seems like it's a couple of different things going on, like, or two different things instead of just like everything connected together. I do feel like maybe the first and the third card do go together though. And I will explain. So the first card is from the Flower Therapy Oracle Cards deck by Doreen Virtue and Robert Reeves. It is Peer Pressure, Primula or Primrose. Don't let others coerce you into a decision. You know in your heart what the right choice is. So, Aries, you guys like to, you guys are like kind of like the life of the party sometimes, or, like surrounded by friends, things like that. But sometimes, and you are like the type that is always there for their friends, and you try to, you have a good side to you where you want to do, be there for your friends, and everybody, get along together well. But sometimes don't be giving into things that you shouldn't be giving into, or going along with stuff that you shouldn't be going along with, or being something that you're not. Okay, so that's where I think the last card comes in, the awakening your true self, being yourself. So, but I'll get to that in a little bit. So peer pressure wise, like sometimes, especially when for the younger Aries, or just in general, but like I know like in my 20s sometimes, there's more peer pressure versus when you're in like your 30s, or you hit 40 or something like that. So peer pressure wise, anything could be social activities, could be other activities. So just make sure that you don't be pressured into doing something or making a decision that you're not comfortable with. Okay, so this is definitely the card that reminds you about that. I hope you're listening, Aries. Okay, and listen, peer pressure can come from our loved ones too, family, friends, significant others. But if you're not comfortable with something, or if it's something that goes against the person that you are, then don't do it just to please everybody else, or just to go along with everyone else. So I'm going to read what the book says. It says, it can be helpful to ask others for their opinion. However, in this case, the angels are asking you to stand by your truth. Others may be leading you down a false path. So trust your feelings and only go with a decision that feels comfortable for you. There's no need to draw hasty conclusions. You have all the time in the world to make your choice. Let yourself be guided to the perfect outcome that satisfies all your needs, and don't back down. Drawing this card also may mean that you need to do more research in the path ahead. Check in with professional consultants to make sure these choices will be best for your future, and weigh what they say against your own intuition. And additional meanings can be children or friends are being pressured or bullied, or difficulties with concentration are coming from an outside influence. So, yeah, if this doesn't pertain to you, then maybe somebody around you is being pressured to do something, or being bullied or something like that. So, you guys will know which one resonates with you. And don't forget, this is a general reading, so some of it may resonate, none of it may resonate, all of it may resonate. Just giving you that reminder. So, the second card that came up is Nine of Action from the Guardian Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Bradley Valentine. Nine of Action says, you've worked hard to create the things you cherish in your life, such as beloved relationships, amazing accomplishments, and hearth and home. Rest assured that all these treasures and you are being constantly protected by your angels. In return, Mother Earth, the animals, and the environment need your protection. So, if you guys have been worried recently about all the things that were mentioned, your home, and other stuff, relationships, things like that, like this is kind of reminding you that you are protected by your angels, but don't forget to also not ignore your angels. As a reminder, I would say, like, talk to your angels, like pray, things like that, all that stuff. Like, not necessarily pray to the angels, but you can communicate with the angels too, so this is just, to me, this is like kind of a reminder of that. In the book, it says, you've created many wonderful and amazing things. There are relationships you treasure and accomplishments that you're proud of, as well as the place you call home. It's only natural you want to protect them. Rest assured that you're always being lovingly watched over by your guardian angels. If you have any worries, you can also ask Archangel Michael for protection. You are completely safe. Mother Earth needs our help right now. This card represents all those who are interested in safeguarding the environment, watching over our food supplies, and helping protect the animals on land and in the ocean. Stand your ground, as the light will always win. Additional meanings of this card are getting prepared, or successfully recovering from an illness, or physical and emotional strength, or being persistent. So, I mean, recovering from an illness, I mean, it's winter time. It's really cold right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys were sick or getting over being sick, cold, flu, whatever it is. Or this could just mean that, yeah, if you're worried about like protection having to do with home or job or things like that, like just Archangel Michael is like the angel to, talk to you about that stuff. Like, oh, say like, Archangel Michael, please protect me, while I'm driving, protect my home, protect my job, anything you want to protect. You can just call on Archangel Michael. And then they have, there's prayers that you can also say in general for protection. So if you guys are worried about that. So, I mean, and I don't blame you. So, I mean, sometimes we worry for no reason, but then sometimes, I mean, in this day and age, it's good to always be protective of everything anyway. So, now the last card is from the Healing with the Fairies Oracle Cards deck by Doreen Virtue. That's Awakening Your True Self. So, I think that maybe you haven't been your true self recently or for a while, or maybe you've been giving in to the people around you, and then that's why this card came up, like awakening your true self, being yourself, like not being what others want you to be, or not following what other people want you to follow, or doing what other people do, and being your own self. Like if you want to do something, or if you don't want to do something, but then the people around you are like saying, oh yeah, you should be doing this, but you don't feel like doing it, for example, right? Or if, or, oh, you should be, one example is like, oh, you should be out partying every weekend. What if you don't feel like partying every weekend? What if you want to just chill and whatever? That's just one example. You have to be your true self. Like, don't follow what the crowd is doing. Don't follow what other people are telling you should be doing. And then follow your intuition and your gut as to what you yourself should be doing, what path you should be following, or what, extracurricular activities you should be doing. Just, things like that. So, I'm going to read you what the book says, though. It says, card meaning, you're beginning to recover your natural identity, including your old sense of humor, interests, passions, and desires. Trust that any confusion or changes you're currently experiencing are part of your healthful evolution. As if a cloud has lifted from your mind and heart, you're beginning to see life from the perspective of your old self. You just went through a period where you gave up who you are to please another person. You buried your interests, ignored your friends, and tried to fit in to another person's lifestyle. Now your old self is emerging. You're back. As you recover your authentic self, your life and your personality are going through big changes. Hold tight and allow these changes to occur. The fairies ask you to trust that the parts of your life and personality that are falling away are inauthentic and false. Know that you are building a solid foundation of truth, and that everything is working out perfectly right now. And the affirmation for that is, I now give myself permission to be true to myself. That's another thing too. Also, if you're like in a relationship, like don't lose your identity to your significant other. Sometimes we get into relationships. I'm not saying to be like totally like opposite and against yours. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Like sometimes if you have certain interests or I don't know, like okay, for example, years ago, like somebody I was dating, actually more than one person, like when I said, oh, I like watching this reality show. Oh, that's stupid. Oh, this, that, So it makes you kind of think, oh, maybe I shouldn't be watching that, or maybe I shouldn't be, what I mean? It could be anything. It could be gardening. If you like gardening and you start dating somebody and they like kind of say, oh, that's stupid, or they laugh at you or something like that. If that's what you like and you enjoy, like be yourself. Like, don't lose yourself to other people, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's, your significant other, So that's, kind of what that is reminding you of. But anyway. And yes, don't judge me for watching reality shows in the past. Sometimes they're just, it's, some of them can be just like acting, but it's kind of entertaining. Anyway, hopefully that resonated with you guys. If not, you can always get a personal reading, which is more in depth. It's more than just 3 cards. And that's pretty much it. So have a good February. Talk to you soon. Bye.